FIFA just changed the World Cup, whether you like it or not, and some of these new rules sound completely impossible. One team can draw every single match, score nothing, win nothing, and still qualify. That is not a mistake. That is the rule now. Here is everything you need to know before June 11th. For 24 years, the World Cup had the same shape. 32 teams, 8 groups. Top 2 from each group go through. 64 matches. You knew the format. Your dad knew the format. His dad knew the format. And then FIFA looked at that and said, we can make it bigger, much bigger. Say this slowly. So they did not change the World Cup. They replaced it. The 2026 World Cup has 48 teams. That is 16 more countries than Qatar 2022. 104 matches, 39 days. The longest, biggest World Cup in the history of football. Let me break down the new format step by step, because this is where people get confused. 48 teams are split into 12 groups, 4 teams per group. Every team plays 3 games, one against each other team in their group. Simple so far. Now here is where it gets different. The top 2 from every group advance automatically. That is 24 teams. But FIFA also picks the 8 best third-place teams from across all 12 groups. 8 teams that finished third, still alive. That brings your total to 32 teams in the knockout stage. Pause here. Then say, that means 2/3 of the teams go home, but 1/3 survive, including some teams that never won a single match. And yes, back to what I said at the start. If you draw all 3 games, 3 points, and your 3 points are better than 4 other third-place teams across the tournament, you are through. You did not win. You did not lose. You drew your way into the knockout stage of the World Cup. Welcome to 2026. Now I need to tell you about something that almost no channel is explaining properly. The round of 32. It has never happened at a World Cup before in your lifetime. It did not exist in 1998. It did not exist in 2002. It did not exist in 2006, 2010, 2014, 2018, or 2022. It is happening for the first time ever in 2026. Here is how it works. 32 teams qualify from the group stage. They are split into 16 matches. Win your match, you survive. Lose, you go home. No second chances. 16 teams are eliminated in a single round. Only 16 teams make it to the round of 16. Then the round of 16. Then the quarterfinals. Then the semifinals. Then the final. 5 knockout rounds. Before 2026, there were 4. One extra game stands between every team and the trophy now. One extra game does not sound like much, but this is the World Cup. Every single minute feels like your heart is going to explode. 5 of those nights to win everything. That is 2026. So why did FIFA change something that worked for 24 years? There are 2 answers. One is the official one. One is the real one. The official answer? Global inclusion. Countries across Africa, Asia, and the Pacific had very few spots under the old format. 48 teams means more nations on the biggest stage in sport. Countries that have never played a World Cup match are playing in this one. That is a real and important thing. The real answer? Money. 64 games becomes 104 games. 40 extra matches. 40 extra broadcast deals. 40 extra sponsorships. 40 extra days of the world watching. FIFA earns significantly more. Both answers are true. You can decide for yourself what you think about that. But here is what none of that explains. The reason billions of people actually stop everything and watch the World Cup. 2022. Saudi Arabia versus Argentina, the world champions. The Messi team. They lost to Saudi Arabia. The clip was everywhere. People who had never watched a single football match in their lives were watching that on repeat. Same tournament. Japan beat Germany. Cameroon beat Brazil. Every single one of those moments was impossible on paper. And yet, more teams in 2026 means more of those moments. More giants who can fall. More underdogs who can do the impossible. More clips that stop the world. That is what you are about to watch. 48 teams. 12 groups, a round of 32 that has never existed before, a rule that lets you qualify without winning a single match, and the biggest upset culture in football history. June 11th, it starts. If you want to understand every match before it happens, subscribe. This channel explains football simply. That is the whole point. See you on June 11th.